Let's go out to Sacramento, where Shelley Smith is live with us this morning ahead of the UCLA-Cincinnati second-round game. And, Shelley, I know that you had a chance to speak to the coaches and the players, and I want you to set up this matchup and what they said. But more importantly, for Bruins fans anyway, can you give us an update on Lonzo Ball, who we saw take a pretty nasty fall on Friday?
Yeah, it's the hip injury heard around the world we joked about yesterday. He was in a lot of pain. That was a nasty fall. He got undercut, landed right on the hip. And Steve Alford said his first thought was, get up, just get up. And he did, and he finished the game. But after the game, he sat down at the news conference, and when he got up, he was wincing. So it's a bruise. It's a bone bruise on his right hip. But Alford said he was feeling good, the treatment was working, and he practiced. So that's a good sign for all the Bruin fans and for the Bruins. And they face a very physical Cincinnati team. Here's what Steve Alford had to say about Cincinnati's style.
They're physical. They get into you, so we can't have the ball sticking. We've been a team that has moved the ball very well. Last night, I think we were 25 assists, 6 turnovers again. So we've got to keep that ball moving, whether we're at half court or we're at the full court. We got to make sure our spacing is good, our cutting is sharp, our screens are good and physical, and the ball moves. If it doesn't, and it becomes a grind, that really favors them.
The reason we are as good as we've been all year on defense, and historically is but when you score and you get fouled, you're forcing teams to play 5-on-5 against you. And I think it's the key to all defense in basketball. If you're constantly playing transition defense, you're not going to be very good. And if you're playing transition defense against this UCLA team, you're going to lose. You're not going to win.
Love Mick Cronin's honesty. Mick said the reason that UCLA is so good is because in Lonzo Ball, they have the best passer since Jason Kidd or Magic Johnson. That's a little high praise, I think. I think it's probably deserved. Everyone seems to agree. He also said Bryce Alford, Steve's son, who is one of the best shooting guards in the country, has not had a great couple of games. He said that worries him the most because when you don't have a couple of good games and you're that good of a shooter, that means you're due. Elle?
Well, UCLA seeking their third and what some seem to think could be their final Sweet 16 appearance in 5 seasons under Steve Alford. Shelley Smith with the latest from Sacramento. Thanks, Shelley.